education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well. We're going to go over the market. I'm going to share with you my watch list for this week. I'm also going to give you my game plan for the market, and we'll see what we can come up with. Before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel and would like to download a copy of my free ebook, link for that is in the description below. And if you find benefit in today's video, please be sure to hit the like button. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you have any questions, reach out by emailing customer service, info@t3live.com. Again, info@t3live.com. Okay, here we go. Here's the daily chart of the QQQ, which is the tracking ETF for the NASDAQ 100. Basically tracks the biggest 100 companies in the NASDAQ, which accounts for like 95% of the NASDAQ. Here's the S&P 500. We'll talk about it. Here's the IWM. Clearly, the IWM is the weakest, but we had a major rally on Friday. And now one of three things can happen. One would be to get follow through. So we get a green bar, and that constitutes follow through. If we get a second green bar tomorrow, on Monday. The second thing would be to get, if we get a doji bar. So something, or some kind of an indecision bar, a cross, some kind of a narrow range bar. Okay. The third would be if we gap down or we get a red bar, like so, right? We get a red bar, or we gap down. Okay, if we get a big green bar tomorrow, that would change the long-term bias for me from what I've been bearish to bullish. That would constitute follow through, and Friday's bar was really, really bullish. We triggered the weekly W pattern on the Qs. So again, if we get a second solid green bar tomorrow, then my bias going forward will be back to bullish, because I was bullish, turned bearish, and now we'll go back to bullish. If we get an indecision bar, which is the most likely course of action, an indecision bar is a cross or a doji, whatever you want to call it, a narrow body bar, meaning you might have tails on either side of the candle, but with a narrow body. If we get such a bar, which is again the most likely course of action, then Tuesday will be important. So we get a doji bar right here, let's just say, then on Tuesday we would need to either take it out, right, and go higher, in which case bullish, that would give us a 1, 2, 3 pattern, or if we take out the doji bars low, that would be bearish. Okay, so big green bar, bullish. An indecision bar, it means we don't know yet. We'll have to wait for Tuesday to see what happens. If we get a red bar or negate this big green bar in any way, shape, or form, or break down, it would be, for me, the ultimate confirmation that we are lower. If somehow now we come back down and take out reverse Friday's bar and proceed to take out the base, again, that would be the ultimate confirmation that we are lower, and probably recession after that, probably. But so I gave you the three plausible, or three scenarios, and one of them is going to happen. Okay, we'll find out which one together tomorrow. Okay, but for now, let's go over the watch list. I got a lot of bullish ideas. Some we may need to wait a day or two because the market popped so hard on Friday, but a lot of them look good to me long term. I also dropped in the description the complete watch list so that you can use it for the whole week, not just for tomorrow. But these are the items that I'm going to cover with you right now. So the AVPT, notice it's been basing, I mean, that's a really bullish base on the AVPT. That's a weekly chart. So I like it higher. This bar's high, I guess, is, let's take a look. That's 713. Friday's was 708. Over 713, like it higher to at least $8. Stop is going to be pretty wide by 640, under 640 would be the stop. So over 713 by 640, target minimum $8. The BHVN had a very, very bullish gap. I don't think it was last week, but the week before. Okay, and now has put in a pullback. and the 1, 2, 3. Here's a crazy idea: long over 24.65, stop under 23.50, or a wider stop would be, the entry would be the same over 24.65, and the stop would be under $22, 22.12. You know, so that would be a much more secure stop, but BHVN looks higher. Bitcoin is starting to look bullish. So here's an entry for you on Bitcoin if you want. Over 1440, stop under 1390, 1387 I think, and target to the moon, Alice, to the moon, to $17 maybe on the BITO, but only if it takes out 1440. The BRBR is similar to the AVPT, but better. I mean, that's cleaner. So I like it. Over the base on the daily chart, stop, could use this base, 40.50, or wider, more secure stop would be under 39.90. Entry would be the same over the highest point, which should be over 42.09 on the BRBR. EBIX, climactic buy setup. I played it on, so this was Friday, Thursday, on Wednesday, and I didn't hold it long enough. Unfortunately, it just went up and up and up and up. This is the hourly chart. So I played it to the 20 MA on the 15 to here, and then just kept going. And now, if you look at the hourly chart, it looks pretty good over 730 or so, 731 I think. Stop can be as tight as 660 or to $6. That would be more secure. Target would be the 20 MA on the daily chart, around $10. That blue line on the daily chart. GILD is very aggressive. I've eyed the GILD. I've looked at the GILD for so long that I'm not even sure I'm reading it objectively anymore. So what happened with GILD is it went from $20 to 120 non-stop. And then in 2015 topped out. And it came in 50% from 120 to about 60. Okay? And it's been basing ever since then. And now it popped last year, late last year, and put in a really nice pullback, 50% retracement to that rising 20 period moving average on the monthly chart. So I would love to catch the bottom here on the monthly, and the target on it would be like 120, easy, because it's been building a really big base here, a really big bottom over the last 8 years. But, you know, catching the bottom when you don't have a great setup is also hard to do. So crazy idea or aggressive idea over 75.10. Give it a little bit of room. 75.10, stop under 73.93. Okay? Or can even use, is that 73? Yeah, that's 73.93. So over 75.10, 15 by 73.93 as a long-term play. The odds of this trade are very, very low. The reward to risk is very, very high. So, you know, up to you, obviously. INTC, as a disclaimer, I'm already in it from this day, okay, at 1,500 shares. But I'm looking to add, if it can take out, I think 36.55, 50 something. Yeah, 36.54. So I'm looking to add to my position with a stop under 34.98 on the INTC. We saw what NVIDIA did. AMD just popped on Friday. I think INTC might be the next one. Here's the AMD, by the way. Reason why it's not on the list is because it already triggered already on Friday. So, and I got it. So if you want to be, it was in the newsletter as an idea on Friday. So if you want to be in it, you know, it's a little late, but maybe the next entry on it. And hopefully the INTC follows suit. The MEI is very, very weak, I have to admit, but I like the location on the monthly chart. This might be a bad idea, to tell you the truth, because it's just so weak, but the entry would be over 23.75. Stop would be under 22.75. It's 85 or 84. Let's just say a $1 stop. Target is going to be the top of this bar, which is about $27. So decent R to R, reward to risk, but again, it's a very weak stock. PCAR, I mean, talking about weak stock, this is one of the strongest stocks in the world. Look at the PCAR. Amazing strength. Amazing. I'm showing you the daily, the weekly, and the monthly. I wasn't aware of it, and it triggered already on Friday. I'm not in it. But it didn't really go much past the entry. So here's another entry. Over Friday's high, $88. Stop would be under about 83.50. Okay? So I like it a lot. PCAR. PLTR, got it on Friday. It's like the AMD. A little bit late, but I think it's not too late. I love the PLTR weekly chart. That's a weekly buy setup. Looked like it was going to fail over here. And then the bulls said, not going to fail. Got bought, and now it looks higher. I would say over 1681, stop under 1482 as a long-term play on the PLTR. Okay, as a long-term play. SNPS, geez, this is really strong too. Breaking out on the daily chart, all-time high. And look at the weekly. That's really lovely. So I like it higher. What I don't like about it is the sloppiness. It's a little bit sloppy, but I like the bullishness on it. So over this bar's high, stop right here. Okay? So over 470 something, 477, stop under 440. Big stop, long-term hold. Long-term hold. Tesla, or this is the leverage ETF. I have both Tesla and TSLL, but I would like to add to it over 1670. Stop under this bar's low, which is 1545. Tesla also has a weekly buy setup. So I like it over 1670 by 1545, I think, 44, 45. XPEV is Chinese, an EV stock, really, really bullish. Like it. That's the weekly chart. I like it higher. Now, the biggest thing about it is that it's into a lot of resistance. That's what I hate about it. But I like it higher over 1851. Stop under 1724. Target up here. Okay. I was in the XPEV, and unfortunately over here it gapped down on me, and I had to get out of it probably like maybe this day or that day. So meaning I missed the top. So now I'm looking to get back in it. I like it higher long term. Another China stock would be the YY. It's a little bit thin. Also, unfortunately, a little late. But if we look at the monthly chart, I think that's not late at all. If you look at the weekly, that's not bad at all. Like it higher over 40, 30. Stop would be under 37.98. Target up here. So some of the China stocks are popping. Some of the best ones are, this is the best, probably PDD. And that's popped on Friday. Looks great. I'm in it. So PDD, XPEV, TAL also looks amazing on the weekly and the monthly, but it's a little bit late. But here it is. It's actually not too late because it's got a 1, 2, 3 on the weekly chart. So long over 935, stop under 850. It's not too late. Look at the monthly. It's just starting the move up. So I like PDD, TAL, YY, XPEV, Tiger, TIGR, Fudu, TIGR, but it's not quite ready. Fudu is a little late because it popped on Friday. I don't know what else. I like EDU a lot also. Not in it, but looks amazing. Anything else? Those would probably be my favorite right now from the China stocks. Here's the bearish list. It's very short. I don't have much of a bearish list. The BAX is like, wow, what a disaster. This is really, really weak. Looks lower still. Doesn't have a great setup, but under the lows on the daily chart, stop. The tighter stop would be over 37.20. Wider stop, safer stop would be over $38, 37.93. The CLX is a 1, 2, 3. I like the hourly chart on it. It's a nice hourly sell setup, but it rallied a lot. It retraced 100% of that initial drop. But if you like it, then the entry would be under 124.50, stop over 127.30 on the CLX. And LUMN, I was in it, but I got shaken out. It looks like it's going to zero. So I like the LUMN short under about $1.29, stop over $1.50 or $1.67. So LUMN looks like it's going under, to tell you the truth. That's the monthly, weekly, and here's the daily. So it's really, really weak. And that's it. I don't have much of a bearish list, unfortunately. But at any rate, I am hoping the market actually follows through to the upside because I have an amazing watch list to play long, swing, and long term. So we'll see what happens. But the market will do what the market will do, right? What the market does, irrespective of what we want or wish to see. All right. I wish you the best of luck with your trading this week. If you have questions for us, be sure to reach out, info@t3live.com. And if you stuck around until the end, be sure to hit the like button. I'm Sami Abasad with T3 Live. Good luck with your trading next week. Take care, everybody.